Alright. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me again. Welcome back to Tears of the Kingdom, Episode 3. Oops, turn down the volume on that again. That works. So last time, we left off, because I played a little bit more after my first stream yesterday, but I did do it on stream, so the second one is still available as a VOD and on YouTube. But last time, what was it? I went down to the depths, and I built my first tank, my battle truck, as it were. Well, good morning, nephew. Thank you for joining. I was wondering if that was you. How are you doing today, buddy? Actually, I'm surprised. This is middle of the day, but you're out of school. Aren't you working? I'm doing all right, thanks. As best as I can get. What was I doing here? Oh, you're in English. Alright, well, don't get in trouble. Got a reading test coming right now. Alright. Well, have fun. Succeed in your reading test. For my part, I am going to be probably heading down to... I'm going to go get some food, which should be over to the west here. So we're going to grab...
Lizard.
Thank you for the lizard. I really wish I could get Streamlabs to announce when people join, or if Twitch just did it automatically for me. It's hard when I don't know who's here. So, we're starting off with some food because I have nothing in particular to heal with. And that's not good. So we're going to head down to the easiest place to get some food to heal, Satori Mountain. Which, if you weren't aware, is actually a reference to Iwata Satoru. It was, I think he died, or maybe he just retired at the time this came out, and that was their way of honoring him. Which is pretty cool, to be honest. I like that they did that. And as a result, it's a mountain that's full of life. And that includes plants that I can harvest for food. And it's marvelous for that reason. I probably should look into... There it is, I think. I probably should look into unlocking some more of these towers too. Because I haven't done that yet. Oops. Today's main goals, as I said on the title of the video, are to get the food first, which won't take long at all, and then I really want to go get some shrines, because I want to pick up the Master Sword. That's going to be kind of the overarching goal right now. Overarching goal. This way. And is the Master Sword absolutely necessary? No, not by a long shot. But it is still nice to have because it doesn't break. I can just use it willy-nilly. Wanton disregard. So... Plus, it's just a cool thing to get, especially early on in the playthrough. The only downside behind rushing it is that It requires stamina instead of vitality like it did last time, which means it's really easy to die for the first little while. Everything starts to do more damage the more shrines you complete, so you end up in very rough shape for combat. But it's not the end of the world. We're just going down to the apple orchard here to begin with. That's part of why we're going to the apple orchard, is we're going to need a whole bunch of ways to keep ourselves alive. Whee! And if you've never used it before, I'm going to show you the easiest possible way to gather apples. It's much, much easier than most people expect. All you gotta do is use auto build. So there are... Do I have any apples in my inventory? No. Okay. First things first, we're gonna gather like 3 of them. Actually, let's go for 5. No, let's go for 4 of them. So we'll put the 4 apples over here. And then we're going to auto-build those 4 apples again. And we'll just let auto-build pick them off the tree for us. Where are you? Oh, one of them is a pine cone, that's why. Well, I didn't need a pine cone, thank you very much. That was an absolute accident. No wonder it wasn't gathering. There we go. So we've got 8. If we stick these together into a nice little bundle. Which means we can double up for 16. Hooray! And the maximum number of apples we can gather this way is 20 before those connections start breaking. Which is not bad at all, it just means it'll kind of lag out or drop us some if they're on the ground, and I don't want that to happen. I'll just use this one, I can go get more. There's already been a blood one. The other thing that I want to do, though, is to mix in some gold apples. Because you can see 2 of them on the tree right here. And that will help out tremendously as we're running through the plants. So that they will get added in. And as soon as those 2 are full, I'll just reset it. So 20 apples, 18 regular, 2 golden. And then I just pick them up. Super easy to do. No need to cut down the trees or burn through a lot of items in the process. I did also have another idea for how I could gather some, which I would like to try a little later on in the day. Not to gather apples, but because I... Oh, you butt. Not apples specifically, but I did have an idea for, like, Tabantha wheat. There is a device that I think will help. I just have to put it into practice. I really enjoy the way that you can use basically anything. Oh. Okay, you know what? I don't want to deal with you guys. Go away. I'm gathering food. As I was saying before, I got rudely interrupted by the guys that wanted to fight me. I always enjoy the ability to use Zonai devices freely. And I have an idea for how I can basically make a lawnmower in order to gather more food that way. I'm really excited to actually put it to use, but I need some more Zonai devices in order to accomplish that. So we're going to see how we can do that later, or if we can do that later. It's just not top priority right now, because as I said, top priority is going to be getting myself the Master Sword. And it wouldn't hurt if I actually got myself a little bit of health as well. We should be just about done with gathering food here. I think I picked up quite a few apples. That's a pine cone, I don't need that. We just walk it through the trees. And it's interesting how many of those sounds you hear for the number of apples that I've missed going through. I don't need the warm pants, so let's do this. You might notice I did go through and get myself some better armor yesterday if you weren't here for that. As I said, it's all available on the video on demand on Twitch or YouTube, yeah. At least for now. Twitch doesn't hold on to them for very long, but YouTube will for significantly longer. That's why I invested in it, or why I put the time into it. It's less about gathering followers and doing well there, and more about just making sure everyone can still keep up. The fact that it would be lost so easily really did just annoy me to no ends. Put in all the effort to stream and then have my efforts disappear? I don't think so. Alright, I think that's about it for the apples in here. Let's see what our haul was. We started with 0, we ended with 130 plus 9 golden apples. So, hooray! That's pretty good. Now, the golden apples are actually good for cooking because of how much health they restore. But the regular apples, we're going to just go to Death Mountain, and we'll let those cook on the ground because it's very easy to do that there. You just find a nice warm cave. Which reminds me, I should probably actually do that. That's kind of far away. Let's drop down and gather a few more bits of food, because there should be some on basically every tier of the slope as well. And while I'm at it, some of these fireflies ought to be good. If I can gather them. Come on, Mr. Firefly, get down here. I don't actually need them for myself, but I will need them later for... Oops, get back here. I will need them later for unlocking the fairies for armor. So they are very important to gather. If I can. And unfortunately, they are being very stubborn. So we're not going to be able to grab those. I'll just go to maybe like Kakariko Village or back up onto Sky Island for them. It seems like that was all that was around here was the animals there. But I don't really need meat at the moment. I probably could use meat. I'm not going to get some right now. Interestingly, I've heard frozen meat is actually one of the very best for sliding on to make a skateboard out of, which is hilarious. Don't care about that. Alright. Well, we're going to start making our way up to Death Mountain. But we're going to do it the slow way using our motorcycle here. Oops. Because I want to be able to find any shrines and unlock them along the way. I'm not sure how many we'll actually find just sitting along the roadways going up, but it never hurts to just prep them. We'll be able to find them, get in them as soon as we're done with our current objective, and being able to zip around the map like that is just nice overall, so we're going to work on it. Obviously this isn't the fastest way to get around Hyrule, but it is a good way to not miss anything. I am going to swap my armor though. There we go. Because I'm not in combat, which means the extra energy is important. And I could use a horse. I'm just not going to. Oh no, what fell off? I have no idea what fell off. Eat, pray, slay. That's fair, that's fair. Also, good morning. Thank you for joining. How are you doing, Brad? I saw you playing Mario All-Stars just now. You popped up on my stream like, hey! Good, good. And yes, nephew is indeed here, or at least he should be if he is not in his reading test. Oh, I know you. I know you and your self-promotion, you big-time streamer, you. Oh, hi, Nat. I did not know you were here. It didn't show me who actually posted that in chat. I should put the text to talk on for some of these, because I can't see when people do that. I'm just running the chat off my phone. Oh, there you are. Hi, Nat. So good to see you. I'm hoping you're feeling better. I know you're not. We just talked about that not long ago, but... Ooh, spicy noodles are good. I have spicy kimchi instant noodles that I keep around for when my throat gets sore too. The broth is so nice to have. Where do we have anything else here? There might be one in the middle again, but I'm not going to go up there. Korean ramyun, yes. You missed a little bit yesterday, Nat, by the way. I did a little bit more on a second stream. Hey, get back here. But not a heck of a lot. I got that same armor that I got you to get towards the end of your playthrough. Yeah, I wanted to play more, but I didn't want to play it off stream so that there was a record. Okay, go get your kimchi. But yeah, I got that phantom armor yesterday. I did a little digging in the depths. I made myself a beginner tank. There is something I'd like to do today, because there was a piece of environment that I'd like to get. It looks like I can make a much more compact tank. That should be a lot of fun. It's just a matter of actually getting to where I need to go for it that's going to be the issue. Is it that way? Not that way. For the moment, though, we are making our way up to Death Mountain, because I want to cook some apples easily, and in the meantime, we're busy getting to various shrines so that we can unlock the Master Sword along the way. Kimchi acquired. Excellent. Oh, so I don't know how much you actually explored the depths yet, Nat. I don't think it's, like, at all, from what you've told me. We're not gonna do it that way. Oh, right! I wanted to show you. You didn't see me make the motorcycle yesterday. It's one of my favorite early game devices. I let hubby see me make it because he was still here after you went to bed for a while. But yes, this is my motorcycle. It is an excellent Zonai device. It uses small wheels that shouldn't be able to climb hills, but it can. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, hello, Natsun. It is nice to have you here. I heard you're sick. I hope you feel better soon. I know he probably can't understand that, but let him know I am thinking of him. Oh, okay. Well, I hope he feels better. I know he doesn't speak English, but I can wish him well anyway. Feels like the right thing to do. I'm glad he likes the motorcycle, though. I don't know if you would appreciate this central piece as much as hubby did, but I think it's a very cool piece that I learned how to make. It's a homemade gyroscope. So you see how there's two wagon wheels and then a stabilizer on top? That acts as a gyroscope to keep everything upright and intact. And it is such a cool little piece that you can just make in-game. It's not meant to be there. Like, it's not something they built in. But the fact that you can create it is, like, super cool to me. Oh. A little bit of ingenuity. And this is the kind of thing that I say you missed out on for not playing with the Zonai device. Because who needs a horse when you can just run yourself a motorcycle? And it's nice because I don't have to go and make myself, I don't have to use the Skyview towers every time to get places. Horses are cuter. I should introduce you to the horses that I brought over from the Breath of the Wild playthrough that I did. Although, I didn't do a playthrough yet. Not on stream anyway. But they are one of the very few things that gets carried over from your Breath of the Wild playthrough as your horses. So, I still have them from the Breath of the Wild gameplay that I did before on the same file. I mean, you'll see them anyway, because I'll want to start unlocking the armor fairies soon. Oh yeah, you just go to the stable and you're like, hey, I have horses. I didn't move it far enough forward. Oh well. Yeah, you just go to the stable and you're like, hey, I know how the stable works. I'd like to register a horse. And the guy says, ha ha ha, you're so funny, you just got here. And then if you have the data in your system already, he's like, oh, sorry, you actually do have horses registered here. Let me fix that for you. And then you can just use them. Complete with the ones that you shouldn't be able to get here, like Zelda's white horse and the really big battle horse. Which, incidentally, the really big battle horse I named, what was it? Ganon horse. But without an E, because it didn't fit. And then Zelda's horse I named Zorse. I'm very creative. Okay, see you in a moment. I may as well stop and get the first piece of the glider armor. Because I'm here anyway, I may as well. I really want to go get the last piece of the Zonai armor too, but it's kind of far up right now. Oh no! Well, hopefully it doesn't stain, because that would be a pain. That wasn't an intentional rhyme, it was just true. Oh, wow, I'm surprisingly high up. I didn't think it would launch me this far. Okay, good. Good. I've heard sparkling water is surprisingly good for getting stains out of cloth-like materials. Apparently, the carbonation helps bubble the stains out. I haven't tried it, but it's what I've heard. Yeah, just the base, flat, carbonated water, which I guess is an oxymoron, because it wouldn't be flat at that point. But the base carbonated water, with no sugar or flavoring in it. Like club soda is what it's usually called here. Did you get any of the glider suit during your playthrough, Nat? We were just talking about your mat, and I had a little slip of the tongue. No? Oh. Okay, well, I will show you this then, because I don't think you've seen it before. All of these weird, tall spiral islands in the sky are courage challenges. So this one is Courage Island. If you start it up and you go through the rings, oops, you get a special piece of armor. And you unlock a shrine up here, which is cool. So shrine is opening. And we just have to go talk to... where is he? This guy. And he's like, wow, I saw that. You're impressive. No challengers have visited the island in a long time. I'm glad you've come. I witnessed your dive. You seem to have come prepared. Are you ready for the dive ceremony? The dive ceremony is a trial that tests your courage. It is a rite by which Zonai youth come of age. The starting position is the sky island far above. The challenger leaps from there, pass through the rings in a set amount of time, and then you receive a special outfit to mark adulthood. You just have to give him a Zonai charge. which seems very reasonable considering he lives off of them. It's like, here, give me a meal. And in exchange, he takes you up to the starting point again. Very fair. Very fair. Go. A little bit more. There we go. I made it through. The record, I think, is supposed to be 21 seconds for this one, so I just got underneath. It should give me an extra prize. Oh yeah, but this is the reward, is a piece of this armor from all 3 of these trials. And it lets you glide better when you leap from skyview towers. Also, if you upgrade it to level 2, it gives you fall damage immunity, so you can literally just not use your paraglider and smash into the ground and be fine. Which is hilarious. Oh, I didn't get the bonus. That's okay. It's very fun. The other ones are over here in... I think it's East Necluda, up above the Lanira Mountains. And then there's one over top of the Lost Woods, too. But we'll get to those later, because I'm not in any particular hurry for them. What I should do, because I only have 5 of those right now, is let's actually start doing some of these trials. Because I have shrines I haven't done anything with yet. And my Zonai device disappeared after using the Skyview Tower. So we're going to take care of a couple of these real quick. And unfortunately, the first ones we're going to do are the really annoying ones that are the tutorials. So they're a little bit slow, as you have to wait for the instructions. You make me question what exactly I was doing in the game all the 60 plus hours I played. You were having fun, and that's important. You were learning, and you were playing, and you were having fun. Remember, I still haven't beaten the game, and I have almost 10 times as many hours in the game as you do. So you did better than me in that regard. I don't even know what the final boss fight is like. What do you mean, neither have you? I thought you were going to finish it that day. I thought you were right on the cusp. Oh. Well, then you can see some of the fun things that you've missed out on and go do them yourself. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Although I am surprised you didn't want to finish it on stream, too, because I thought you'd be a little braver with other people around to watch and help out. This is what happened with Breath of the Wild as well. I dragged it to 100 hours plus because I needed to be OP. That's fair. That's fair. And the funny thing is, for the Breath of the Wild, the only thing you actually need... yeah, I'll take the Zonite stuff. For the final boss fight is a little bit of damage and the ability to parry. As long as you understand how to do those two things, the final boss can be beaten. Although, when we get to Breath of the Wild, I do want to do something entertaining. Because just doing it normally, I will do it normally too, but the very first thing I want to do is early Master Sword, and then early Master Sword Trials too. I know you say that, Nap, but you do fine. Remember, you beat the last boss of Dave the Diver like way faster and easier than I did? Like way faster and easier than I did? You died like once, if at all, and I died probably 4 or 5 times in that fight. So you say you're not good, you're a noob, but you're doing fine, honest to goodness. Well, by saying that, you're discounting the fact that I was an absolute awful player. You make me sound like less than a noob, because I didn't do so good at it. How dare you? You're so mean to me because you're being mean to yourself. Tisk tisk. For shame. I didn't say I wasn't a noob, I just put a lot of hours into this game. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I feel that, Brad. I do feel that. You know, I actually watched this video the other day of a guy that tested viral... Not viral, but he tested food methods on the internet. And one of the things that he did was he made sushi from Costco salmon. And apparently it was like really good. Nat says, oh, and Hero, I have an explanation on how I did better than you. Okay, how did you do better than me? Let me hear this baloney. I read about the final boss before going into it. Okay, yeah, well, I still think you did fine. That's a bullet hell that I am not good at. Also, I'm going to cheat this shrine because rewinding time is the answer to most of life's problems. Hey, Doug, welcome in. How you doing? You cheat on Zelda, I cheat on Dave the Diver. I mean, it's not cheating, it's just not the intended way to do it. They did make it possible. You just have to think about how to make it possible. I'm doing good, thanks. Doug, did you get some sort of badge, by the way? Because I keep seeing it look like you're muted. Next to the VIP symbol, there's a little speaker with an X next to it. And it was like that last stream, too? I don't know what that's about. I'm hoping you're not muted somehow. They are probably practically muted, so it shows up. I don't know. It's not like I muted Doug in stream or anything. Like, she can still talk. So I don't know why it would show up. Oh, by the way, Brad, if you're still paying attention, I wanted you to know Doug was asking me some hypothetical questions the other day that I was able to be very honest about and that you have experienced firsthand. Such as, would you rather fart when you cough or cough when you fart? And I was like, man, I feel bad for Brad because I already cough when I fart, or fart when I cough. It shows if the person is watching without the audio, which is weird. Okay. Cough when you fart so you hide the fart. I mean, if I had the choice, I'd prefer to be able to do that, but unfortunately, I don't get the choice. I just do it. I don't really want to go up there yet. It's going to be cold. Let's go down here instead. Oh, you haven't seen Brad before? Icecap Brad is my real-life friend. He is the one that I've told you guys about before, that when we met, he punched me in the chest so hard he winded me. And he is my best friend. I will introduce him like that until the end of time because it is hilarious. We were playing Power Rangers, and then I wasn't allowed to watch Power Rangers. I didn't forget. I was saying that. I was getting there. What is this? I don't know. I'm building an unnecessary piece because that was still attached and I didn't notice. Ooh, mushrooms. We can't hear my toot. Well, point being, he has to experience it firsthand when he comes over and we watch some memes from Jimmy here. I end up laughing and farting by accident, and I feel really bad about it. Oh, the fart sound effect didn't trigger? That's not good. That's really weird because Nat's hi there still worked when she joined. Can you try the one token hero isn't listening one? See if that one's working at least. Or not one token, the one channel point.
Hey, listen.
See, that one's working. You guys heard that, right?
Lizard.
I heard lizard too. Lizard worked as well. I did not. I didn't even know it happened. That's actually rather unfortunate. You can hear the sounds, but the GIF is gone. Oh no! What the heck is going on? I will have to check my settings. The only thing that I did was I had to get rid of the stream elements, but I don't know if that would be the overlay, because that should have been built directly into Twitch. It had been gone for a few streams now, I think, before the change. Alright, I'll have to look into that. I don't know why things just stop working sometimes. But it does bother me that they do. I set them all up to be fun and funny. I'll look into it, Doug. I'm sorry it didn't work this time. If I could refund your channel points, I would. Unfortunately, I cannot. And I don't know why. I think that's silly. I think I should be able to hand out channel points as I want, but apparently I cannot. See, that one worked. I don't know why that one worked. Also, that little mute symbol next to Doug is gone as well. How odd. I'm not going to let this blood moon happen. I can refund depending on the channel point type? Oh. I'm gonna have to get you to show me how to do that then one of these days, because I don't know. Also, I just can't see right here. What was the shrine called? Building blocks. Gotcha. What am I building towards? Oh, here we go. Give me a refund for your toot, lol. Brad says I'll send you my bill. Well, if I can figure it out... Hey, Jacob. Welcome in. How you doing, buddy? So nice to have you here. I'm gonna do this. I didn't need to break the construct. What? Jacob is cook guy. Yes, he is the fellow who is an excellent cook. Even though he will try and reject that every time you say it. He is an excellent cook. He took 2 semesters, I believe, at a cooking course university type thing. Culinary school. I think I'll need to do all of them. It's 3x3. I just can't escape puzzles. Oh. Maybe this will be better for now. Ooh, don't land on my head. Thank you. I'm actually surprised the word puzzles didn't summon Waylord. Yes, I know how to microwave popcorn. I burnt my milk this morning. I don't know how, but it was really funny. That's the joke on The Simpsons too, right? Because they did that that thing where Homer poured milk into cereal and the whole bowl ignited. Which I thought was a funny joke. Is this even gonna work? I don't think this is gonna work. Maybe this way? No. How about this way? That's not gonna work either. Okay. Well, of course it's not. That's not the right shape. I don't know, it turned weird, all weird, and sometimes there's a crust that forms on top when it's hot, you know? My crust was brown. I think you're talking about toast, Doug. It's a little different from milk, unless it's milk toast. Okay, so that's a 3-piece. 4 button. Okay, so that's not right. Maybe the milk solid's burnt on the non-stick surface. I guess that is a good question. Did you heat your milk, Doug? Or were you making a joke about just being so bad at cooking that your milk burnt when you poured it into the bowl or cup? Because that's a good question to ask. Yeah, but did you try and heat it? That's what we're asking. Was it burnt because you tried to heat it in a stove pan, like or on the stovetop? Oh, you microwaved it. Okay. Am I missing a piece? This should be a solid 3x3 cube, as far as I know. Unless there's meant to be a hole in the middle that I'm not seeing. There can't be a hole in the middle. You need to play some Tetris for practice. Well, that's the thing, is like... Where is the last one? Maybe this way instead? That might work, actually. So if I turn this one up the other direction... No, that's the same thing. Microwave, microwave. No! I almost had it. Are you sure I don't still have it? Because I think this is right. Oops, wrong way. This way. There we go. And just remember, Brad, you didn't see me play all of the other puzzle games where I was doing stuff like this. Backwards out. Okay, well, we made it. We got through. It's okay. It's one of these things where I haven't actually done these puzzles very much. You just felt like bombing the place? How dare you, Doug? How dare you? Oh, I still hear the dream world hum on the stranger. Oh, yeah, that's fair. But, okay, look. Nat is currently going through the stranger with her husband. They'll be playing more of that tomorrow, by the way. So we can't get too into detail about it. But I will say, you know how I played that game. I solved puzzles, I completed it, but I stumbled across an awful lot, okay? My method for solving puzzles was I accidentally solved everything. The Aux, yes. The Stranger is the name of a ship, by the way, Doug, in case you weren't sure. Yeah. So, Jacob, you remember how I just kind of stumbled across the entrance to the secret rooms? So I never figured out what the actual indication for the secret room was? I learned it from them. I learned it from watching Hubby and Nat. They figured it out. I never pieced it together. I was shocked. Hubby and Nat are smart, yep. They put their two heads together and I learned something. Where the heck is this statue? Shouldn't it be here? Is it up there? It's not up there, I don't think. Gonna make some toast and I hope I don't burn it. Fair enough. Have fun, Brad. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you being here. It's so nice when everyone gets to gather. I really like having chat be all excited and full of life. Where the heck is... Oh. I completely walked past her. She's right here, I think. Where is the goddess statue? Alia, where are you? Get your butt over here. Shouldn't you be here? Enormous. Oh, yeah, she fell over. No wonder I didn't see her. She fell. Report the bad news to the statue at the Spring of Courage. Okay. So I tried getting an easy shrine yesterday, and I forgot that I had messed it up. So I gotta go back down here now. I kind of forgot that in this game you don't just offer something to the spring, you actually have to do a little bit of a quest. But the quest should be done now. I hope. I like that emote, Nat. That's a cute one. I know you've been using it a lot where I freak out over my deaths and you're like, chill. But I can't chill. I'm already in Canada. You can't get colder than frozen. Oh yeah, so how have your days been going? Doug, I wanted to ask you that yesterday too, but I kind of forgot about it. Right. I can get them through here, right? Yes. It was a limited one from back in the day. Well, it's very cute. And a snowman on fire too. I have a lot of these random limited ones. They're very nice. Is there a way to keep track of which ones you have? The task that I just did? I mean, sure, I guess. That little Korok seed could also be done if you just have a rocket on your shield. Because then you would just fly straight up. But since I didn't have that, going through the tree branches was easier. You don't know. That's okay, Nat. Is this true? The goddess statue in that canyon has toppled? These are ill tidings, devout swordsman. This is the mother goddess statue. I implore you to help me restore her. Seek the golden spirit Farosh, who loses lightning as she dances across the heavens. Oh, Farosh is a girl. Okay. I didn't realize they actually said that. When you have gained Farosh's claw, offer it at the spring. Cool. And I actually did get that specifically for this reason. Oh no, I got her... Oh, I got her fang, not her claw. Okay. That's fine. I'll come back and do it another time. It doesn't matter that much. Got the wrong piece. It's not even for a great reward. You just get a semi-good sword called the White Sword, which is a reference to Zelda 1 when you've done all 3 of these springs. Because there's the wisdom, the power, the courage, and you offer up a claw from each dragon to them. And then the goddess statue, the mother goddess statue, rewards you. Built for rails. Ah! This one was entertainingly weird. I think it's just a triangle? Like this? Oh no, this one doesn't need to be a triangle. It's just wider. And I think that's big enough. And then metal on metal grinding. Whee! How are you doing, Jacob? It's so nice to see you today. I want you to know, in case I forgot to tell you previously, I do in fact brag to everyone about the fact that you like my puns. I have been saying that to absolutely everyone. I'm like, I want you guys to know somebody says he likes my puns. I have proof that someone likes me. Jacob's a bad influence, and I love it. Did I tell you I got hurt last time I tried to get a haircut, Jacob? I went into the barber just fine, but I came out all banged up. I'm having a great morning. Some cold oolong tea with navy cream and some French toast filled with coffee cream. Nice. I got all banged up. Because I got bangs. I'm funny. Ooh, alright. Please go ahead and tell me that. You know I do love me some jokes and puns. I think it's just a 3 for like this. Pretty sure it's just like this. Oh, one sec. I gotta get rid of this thing. It is better if it's not written, but I'll do it anyway. That's fair. How do I... Oh no, hold on. Gotta zoom out first. Oh, you're on a strict seafood diet? You seafood and then you eat it? Block. Oh, wait, no, that's not right. Am I not logged in? I should be able to block it. That is a good pun, Nat. I guess I'll have to do it from the main one. I can't do it from the browser window on my phone. I like it. It's good. That's a good pun. That's not right. Here we go. Ban. There we go. I got him. I got him. Well, I clicked him, and then it didn't work. Welcome back, Doug. I take it from the burping that you have eaten? At least I'm assuming that's what the burping is for. Oh no! Hey, the toot worked again. There used to be... There's a couple of really funny rhymes that I remember from my childhood. One of them is beans, beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. So let's have pork and beans for every meal. And another one is... This one I actually learned when I was trying to be a mechanic. But it was... Little Billy had a drink and now will drink no more. Because what he thought was H2O was H2SO4. And that one also gives me the giggles. But it's also a good little rhyme to remember the code for hydrosulfuric acid. The chemical composition of it. Whee! Roller coaster! Woo! I was talking to my parents the other day, by the way, Nat, and I told them about triple entendres in hip-hop is so cool. I'm curious to which ones in particular you're referring to, and kind of hoping it's a pun. But the hope for pun is just my personal hope. Doesn't have to be, I just like puns. Oh, I was talking to them about you the other day, Nat, you and hubby, and I was telling them that you tried eggnog, and how you thought it was strong, not because of the flavor, but because it was mixed with strong alcohol. And they weren't surprised, but they were wondering what kind of alcohol it was. They were guessing rum. Yeah, I tell my parents about you guys. This is like a big part of my life. I have friends that like to come and spend time with me while I play video games. We chat and hang out, and I like that. Eggnog liqueur, right. I have no idea what kind of thing eggnog liqueur is, but... What the heck is that? Oh. The ads restarted? Ugh. Twitch is flubbing like you wouldn't believe. Let me just check. Well, it's saying ads should start in 56 minutes. They call it air liqueur. Air is egg. Okay. Jacob, I talk about you all the time. I specifically told them yesterday about how people say that they like my puns. Like, you're the one that I quote and tell people about most often, Jacob. You are not a rarity in conversation. I'm just saying that. Just so we're 100% clear, you are the most talked about because you mentioned that you like my puns so much. It made me ridiculously happy, and I quote that all the time. Yes, it was a big deal. Oh no, stream is choppy? Is stream choppy, or was that just for me swapping between... I don't think stream was choppy. I think it was because I swapped between computer screen and gameplay. Welcome back, Doug. Oh, this one. See, I've never done this one, but I think I understand what I have to do for it.
No!
So I think the key is, if I light this fire, I go freeze some water, and then I make these ice blocks that form into the correct size for those holes. I'm pretty sure that's how you do it, but I don't know if I can do it during the day like this. They might shrink too much. But this is the only thing I can think of for why this would be here. Ah, see? That one worked. And now it's going to keep it cold. Cool! I never figured this out the first time that I played. This is new to me, and I like it, and I'm happy that I understood. Also, hooray! Welcome back from Agile, Doug. Thank you for sticking around for them. It may not seem like much to you, but, you know, those shekels from ads add up. Surprisingly, no pun intended that time. I think this one is actually for a shrine. I'm not sure. But the Zonai stuff is not usually... The Zonai stuff is usually for a shrine or for a reward chest of some sort. It's not generally for a Korok. Get in the stupid hole. There we go. So sad they patched most of the dupe glitch. See, here's the thing. For the most part, I don't want to use dupe glitches at all. Like, I can even duplicate Zonai devices up to 10, but I don't want to do that unless I'm playing around just trying to design new things. Maybe this one's small enough, let's hope. And yet, by the same token as I say that, I am absolutely planning on doing the early Master Sword and early Trials glitches when I do Breath of the Wild. Because I think that's just hilarious. Because I don't know if you've ever seen, Nat, just how easy it is to get the Master Sword in Breath of the Wild. But it is ridiculously easy. I can understand that, Jacob. I don't really want to do that, though, because if I dupe for batteries, then it's not going to appropriately adjust the world level. Hooray! Shrine, I was right. Because I was telling Nat about this the other day, and the way difficulty in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom works is when you defeat enemies or complete shrines, that sort of thing, it adds XP to the world level. And when you reach threshold values, the enemies that you find on the map are upgraded from like red bokoblins to blue to black to silver, and their weapons also get upgraded. So the further in you are to the game, or the better you are at the game, the harder it's supposed to become. And there are limits to how much XP you can get from doing one thing over and over. Generally, you can kill up to 10 enemies, and those enemies will add to your world XP. And they only have to be loaded. It doesn't matter how they die, they'll give you XP. But if you do things like perfect parries, or or flurry rushes, or get headshots with your bow, that increases the XP. Same thing for defeating bosses. And since the easiest way to get Zonai charges is by defeating the bosses in the depths, you end up in a situation where the more batteries you get, the harder the game should get in response. And if you're skipping that because you're duping things, then the world doesn't respond. That was actually why I had to redo my game the very first time. Because the very first thing that I did was I found that Lionel Coliseum underground, and I went in, and I was like, hey, I know how to do Breath of the Wild. I'll just beat the Lionel Coliseum and get Majora's Mask. And I did. The problem was, it made the game so ridiculously hard so early that literally everything was one-shotting me, and I had no possible chance of surviving. I couldn't take a single hit, or I would die. I didn't have enough fairies to keep me alive. I basically ruined my own game experience by doing that. So since then, I've kind of been obsessed with learning how to get strong quickly, so that when the game starts adjusting its level, I'm not getting obliterated. That's my major source of, not contention, but that's my major reason for doing things this way. Oh man, what the heck? I just had a bad experience with being dumb. Then again, you guys have seen me play for long enough, you know I have many bad experiences for being dumb. I'm the smartest guy you'll ever know, as long as you don't question me on anything. Oh, I need to do this. I wish Nintendo did the portal thing and allowed people to share custom temple designs. That would be interesting. But I mean, on the Switch 2, they also introduced their code sharing. And people immediately broke that, and they had to patch it because they were getting Ganondorf early. Like, just out in the world. Or, what was it? Or early Master Sword, they were using the codes for that as well. People found out a way to glitch the system and just get that stuff early. Also, unbreakable Master Swords, which I think you can still glitch in other ways. By the way, in case it wasn't clear, I'm still playing the original Switch version of Breath of the Wild. It's not the Switch 2, because I don't have that. I am not that wealthy. I just spent all my money on the capture card and this new controller. Oh, and by the way, I do have a... I do have something else coming now. I ordered it last night. It's a... I'm not going to chop that tree down. RCA to HDMI adapter. So I'll be able to play some of my really old games on stream too. Which is going to be fun, I think. Because I can't wait to show you guys that one that I've been talking about so often, which is Blazing Dragons. The old PS1 game that's just silly. With all the... you play as the four-legged dragon with two arms that walks around solving neurotic problems for fairy tale characters. Switch 2 is expensive. Nintendo's been a little nuts. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you this too, Nat. I think I was doing this before you got here. But this is the easy way to gather food in the orchard. You just make an auto hand thing and then you let the apples come to you. Super easy way. I don't know if you did this. Oh, very easy. Don't need to chop down trees. Don't need to do nothing. I've done this twice now, and I have 174 regular apples and 10 golden apples. I started with 0 at the beginning of this stream. I do not have Mort the Chicken, but I do have Blazing Dragons, and I'll be playing a lot of the old stuff. Including Reboot. I don't know if you knew about Reboot. I think I've talked about that as well. Central Hyrule. I'm going to go get this tower. I also have the Mega Man Legends games that I want to play. I have Legends 1 and 2 on the PlayStation 1. I'd like to play those. And, man, I wish they'd just bring them back. I want Mega Man Legends 3. I hate that Capcom keeps canceling it. Did I break everything that I needed to break? Yeah, I'll hold on to that one for now. And I didn't break this one. Okay. I need to find an enemy right now. I didn't need these. I need items. Crap. No, not like that. I think I told you about this the other day, Nat, but the way that the pristine weapon systems work in the depths is you have to break items on the surface, and that will add them to the pool of potential spawns once you go down there. So I am needing to break some of these items, just like this. And now, once this blood moon happens, I should be able to find the pristine version down in the underground. I'm in hopes I'll feel better if I rest more. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for hanging out, Nat. I appreciate you being here, as always. I just wanted to mention that to you before you went anyway, because I know you don't like the depths, but that's how you get the pristine weapons. So, have a good night, Nat. Sleep well. I hope you feel better tomorrow. do I have, actually? 11. So I need at least 5 more shrines. And then that will let me do the Master Sword, I think. We saw that during episode 1. We're going to skip the Blood Moon. There we go. Actually, let me throw this on. Make myself float a little better. Do you have any plans for the day, Jacob? Most of my European viewers are going to bed about now. I don't know how much longer Doug will be up, if she's even still here. But I know Nat had to go to bed. Hubby might still be up for a while. He might come hang out. But I don't know if he will for sure. You have meetings in 12 minutes. Okay. Well, I hope the meetings go well. Thank you for hanging out while you could. And have an excellent day, friend. I appreciate you coming to hang out for the time that you had. As always. Peace. For my part, I'm going to throw my combat armor back on. I think I'm going to need to go back to Hyrule Castle real quick and pick up some more weapons too. Because I'm going to need some things to get me through the early stages of the pristine weapons underground. Go. I don't like doing that early, but unfortunately I was going to take damage otherwise. I didn't need a sturdy wooden stick. I'm going to drop that stick. I dropped that stick! He didn't even give me a tooth? It's dumb. Welcome back, hubby. Nat put child back to sleep. The wild hubby joins the fray. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. How you doing today, hubby? Oop. Stop being what? Okay, well, we want to drop that immediately. We're not using the soldier's broadsword for anything. Nomming on a giant plate of food. That sounds excellent. What are you nomming on, if I may ask? Get out of here. Ow! That hurt like crazy. Pan-fried calf liver. That's interesting. I can't say I have ever even heard of calf liver being eaten. I'm not surprised, I just can't say I've ever heard of it. Seasoned mushrooms sound delicious, I like that. Sauerkraut and mustard. Sauerkraut and mustard seems like an interesting combination. Because sauerkraut is kind of bitter, right? And then mustard is also kind of bitter. few slices of pickles. It sounds like it'd make an interesting sandwich. Because I could see the bread soaking up the juices, harmonizing everything. I don't know if I'd just eat it individually on the plate like that. And a side of potato fries. That's cool. How are the potato fries cut? Are they wedges? Are they shoestring? Are they curly fries? This matters. It's very important. I don't know why it's important, but they're tasty in different ways. Boring regular fries. Okay. That's not boring, that's delicious. Not even wavy. I think we call those crinkle cut. And I like crinkle cut fries. Then again, I just like fries in general. Actually, one thing that I saw was in a video I was watching yesterday. Apparently there are places in Japan where they make fries out of mashed potatoes. So they'll make the mashed potatoes and then mold them into fry shape and then just fry those. And apparently it gets really mushy, gooey fry goodness on the inside and really crispy on the outside. Yeah, I think so too. Because, like, fries naturally just kind of get gooey and mushy when you fry them. That's why they're so delicious. But, I mean, post-processing is a thing. There was a time I was really into trying to make bread. And so I was trying to make the most delicious basic bread possible. And part of that was, like, instead of water, I'd make it with apple cider. Making it with apple cider instead of water gave it a good flavor, nice flavor of apple. I'm skipping the shrine, I don't care. And another one that I tried was to use coconut flour. Or rather, I wanted to try and make coconut bread because I thought, hey, why don't I process coconut pieces into bread? I'll use coconut flour and coconut water, and then, what was the other thing? I think it was just coconut flour and coconut water. But the interesting thing, oh, and coconut oil. So it was coconut oil, coconut flour, coconut water, and I'd really hoped that it would turn into bread. Turns out, no. If you just put all of those things together, it just reconstitutes into coconut. So what I ended up with was slightly toasted coconut at the end of the day. It wasn't very good. It wasn't the bread I was hoping for. It might have worked if I'd remembered that coconut flour was meant to be mixed with some other types. But I did not. Let's see, where is this? Let's go up there. Yeah, it did not turn into bread. It just reconstituted into coconut. Which was interesting. I hadn't actually seen that as a possibility. I kind of thought that they would still stay separated. But nope. Everything just soaked back in. Even the finely small-pieced bits of coconut re-swelled into, like, coconut shreds instead. Yeah. Full Metal Alchemist voodoo. I think it might have stood a chance at working if I'd remembered to mix the coconut flour with regular flour. But because it was a first-time experiment that I had no recipe for, I was just experimenting with it, it didn't turn out well. Missing ingredients, soul of coconut. I tried. Unfortunately, coconut souls required the sacrifice of a brother's body, and I didn't have one. Get over here, dragon. Get over here. I already have a fang, but I really need a scale. And the easiest way to get it is going to be knocking it off from here. There. And now... Oh, that's right, hubby. I didn't show you my combat truck last night. I will do that now, because I think it is pretty entertaining. I think I've come up with a smaller version I can build. I just need to get the right part for it. But... let's start maybe here. Let's start here, just because it's a good place. I don't have to spend much zoonite on it. Coconut hole should weigh about 350 milligrams. Lovely. Why does it say welcome to the chat room? Did I get disconnected? Well, it doesn't seem to be. It's still loading. Anyway, so here is my early game combat truck hubby. I think it is funny. This is the thing that I was gathering pieces for last night. I need you to pick up the handle. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think a lot of resources are spent on some of the like more popular streamers, and then we don't get as much. But I'm not going to complain about that, because I'm just happy to be here. I'm not exactly going for big-time streamer. I just wanted people to come spend time with me. Alright. Combat truck. I need this one too. So it protects me. Well, the internet is a series of tubes. They get clogged up every now and then. That's fair. That's fair. And most of it, unfortunately, runs on Amazon Web Services. So if anything happens to that, we all suffer. Fear my pulse lasers. It's not complete protection, but it is pretty fun. And because it's a pulse laser, it uses significantly less power. Unfortunately, I still don't have a lot of power, so I end up still needing to get off. I'm going to take these. And I gotta harvest some of these manually still. I have seen some other options for things that will actually grind up some of the rocks here automatically, but I don't know how to build that yet. I have seen, and it looks like it's a specific weapon type that gets added to an electric rotor that you can find in-game. And then the electric rotor actually needs to be powered by a special Zonai device that produces electric shocks. It can't just be the normal kind of battery power that you're using. It actually has to produce electricity. It's pretty cool. I like that they made it so that you actually need and can use different types of power. I think that's pretty cool. There was a lot of thought put into it, and the fact that you have that ability to mix it up, the fact that you have the freedom to mix it up is pretty damn interesting to me. Same thing with the truck that I made, which, there it is. Because, you know, you saw me build the, not the stabilizer, the makeshift gyroscope yesterday. The fact that you can just build this is pretty damn fun. I like that. You give it a 2-axis stabilizer, and then it doesn't just keep you upright, it also aligns properly. Like, how cool is that? You just use your own creativity to make things work. So damn cool. We give you the very basest of building blocks. Have fun. Oh yeah, I gotta run you over. Apparently, I did not run you over enough. Get off me, you butt. This guy's in armor. I need to figure out a better way to break it off. There we go. Dependent on your level and understanding of basic physics. This is true. This is true. So, for example, this truck bed that I'm currently sitting on, this is actually a unique piece that you can steal from one of the shrines, and it's made of rubber. Which means, if I built it right, I should be able to just drive this truck into water and let the wheels act as giant paddles for me. And there's actually a spot where I can test that out down here, and I think I'm going to try and do that, just because it would be entertaining to find out if I was right. But the fact that it has different properties from other large truck beds made of stone is pretty damn cool to me. I like that. This particular piece is buoyant, so it can float. And there's even some shrines that are meant to teach you that you can, like, put pieces of wood onto these big wheels and turn them into paddle wheels, which is also pretty neat. Exactly. See, this is why you like Outer Wilds so much, and this is also why I like Outer Wilds so much. You just get to go figure things out. You do it, you try it, you learn. I find that gameplay loop so tremendously satisfying. Which, you might actually like one of the very earliest games that my chat wanted me to do on stream after... Oops. What fell off? I don't even know. Oh, that's what happened. My stabilizer broke off from that steep incline. But one of the earliest games chat wanted me to play was this game called Chroma Zero. And... it's also a puzzle game where you have to do the same thing. You're left in essentially a 3-ring sandbox that interacts with itself in various ways. And you have to learn all of the rules of the world in order to figure out how to solve the overarching puzzle. It was neat. I liked it. Okay. Let's put this back on. I didn't plan out where I put these wheels very well, unfortunately. That'll be fine. Now, will it let me float? Will it let me go? This is the question. Apparently it floats, at the very least, which is good. I'm gonna throw down a light bloom here. I don't have any small ones. Giant light bloom it is. Now, how well do you float? That's the question. Not very well. It's a little front heavy. It is a little front heavy, unfortunately. Oh well, I tried. There is another, like I was saying earlier, there is another piece I would like to try and get, which might let me make a smaller version, which should be more buoyant. The question is, where is it? And I think it's like down here-ish. Which should be... I need to find an entrance here. That one won't do... Is this the only entrance that'll work? There should be something closer. Maybe not. Oh well. The interesting thing about this map, I don't know if you've watched Nat play or played it yourself, is that down in the depths, it is an exact mirror of the surface. So all of these waterways up here become giant walls down here that become impassable. Same thing when you hit a lot of the areas over in the ocean, because there is ocean and lake over in this area. This becomes an impassable barrier. It's just a giant section of rock. So you can't get through. Which means if you're looking for specific pieces, like these mountains, the higher elevation here are the brighter colors, these mountains become giant valleys, for example. Which means you can pass them if you fly over them, but otherwise you're going way deep down and have to climb up. Which, I mean, that may actually work if I can get there. I might try that, because there is this section up here I can get in. Yeah, let's give that a shot. Because I would like to get that piece if I can find it. If you're interested, Gamer Hubby, Chroma Zero is also one of the games that I played that's on YouTube. So if you want like an idea of what it's like, you can go check out a little bit of one of the episodes there. I think it took me probably 10 to 20 hours to learn all the rules and figure stuff out, but it was pretty fun. And it might just be a little bit less daunting to think of if you actually get to see some gameplay before you decide to buy it. And I don't think I'll ruin any puzzles for you, but I did think I had broken the game like in 2 different ways right off the bat. Turns out, the creator of the game actually saw that first episode and responded to me directly that no, I had not broken it. We are okay. Which was very helpful. Because I was so concerned. I felt very bad, and I was like, I don't want to play this anymore, just in case I'm breaking it, because I want to do things the right way. It was very kind of him to stop in. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, there we go. And then I need to go this way. Southwestish. Hey, Wailord, welcome in, friend. How you doing, buddy? I'm doing pretty good, thanks. Just playing some Tears of the Kingdom. Apparently I am making Nat feel bad because she didn't realize all the things she was missing over her 60 hours of play. She's gone to bed already, though. Well, I'm sorry to hear you're feeling weird, at the very least. That is super unfortunate, and I hope you feel better soon. I have had days like that recently, too. It happens especially in winter, where things are just a little odd. Like, it's not the way you think it should be. You're feeling not quite yourself. Very interestingly, they have, and I don't know if this is actually part of what's affecting you, but very interestingly, they do have these things called SAD lights, and they're SAD is an acronym, not an insult. It stands for Seasonal Affective Disorder. Because in the wintertime, when there's less sunlight through the day, our bodies actually don't get enough of the correct type of light, and so people become really depressed really easily, and they don't seem to know why for a while. Get out of here, you stupid skeletons. But they have lights that simulate sunlight and can help get you out of that funk, for example. So they have, they're not super cheap, but there have been instances in long-term care facilities where I've seen them used, and they'll just set people in front of them for like an hour, 2 hours a day. Helps out a lot. Like all Scandinavians. I had to look over some ships for the military. That was how I Scandinavian. I'm funny. Prescription antidepressant lamps? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Oh, you know what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to do this. I need my giant bright balloon seed. There we go. Oh, no! Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. No, get back here! Get back here! Ugh. How could I ever fail to squeeze in a pun? That's the question, hubby. You know I like to pun. It is very fun for me. I also managed to squeeze in a death there, so it was basically instant karma. Not like I ever lack instant karma, because when I find my puns hilarious, I start coughing anyway. I'm just saying. Alright, let's get settled a little bit here. I still don't have much power, so I need to take a lot more breaks with the hover bike than I would like. Now, what is even over there? It's not what I'm looking for. That's the wrong way. Oops. So what I need to do is I need to find my way down here and then across that little land bridge. So I do need to continue in this direction. A very thiswardly way. To the south. The Curse of Chrysippus? For one subby, you have stumped me on the reference. Can you explain to me what the Curse of Chrysippus is? I like learning, so this is good. This is not a bad thing. This is a fun thing. I'm trying not to say extra things in between because I'm waiting for you to type and not make typos in it for my sake. Chrysippus is a Greek philosopher who allegedly died from a laughing fit at one of his jokes. Okay, yeah, that is very, very relatable. I feel like if I have to go at some point in my life, that will be how I would like to go. Laughing at my own stupid jokes. There are very few better ways to die. And realistically, if you're enjoying your own life so much, your own sense of humor so much, you're probably living a good life. That's all I'm saying. You know, like, you're probably having fun. And I like having fun. It's a good way to live. Honorable death, yes. Did you guys see there's that meme going around recently with the joke about how Norse soldiers or the Norse mythology was that Odin considered it an honorable death to die between the thighs of a maiden? It might not have been that funny, but it is an entertaining thought. I don't know if it's true or not, by the way, because the way the guy pointed it out was he was quoting like Norse mythology scripture type thing, and I don't think it was real, because he very specifically pointed out that it was part of their scriptures, like verse 69 or something. Which, I don't buy that that's right. I think he made it up. I went way too far south for that, my bad. Papetto Grove. Ooh. I'll go over here. Odin truly became the god of wisdom. Oh, hubby, you funny. If he wasn't before, then that decree granted the title. Well, I mean, a lot of the mythology of that era was all referring to the same gods. That's why Zeus and Odin share so many similarities. And if you remember, Zeus was tremendously horny, like all the time. That's why so many of the mythical races came to be in their mythology, was, unfortunately, Zeus was horny. So Odin probably felt the same way. Hey, my friend is online again. Playing more Super Mario. Which, as far as I know, the 3D All-Stars also included the Bowser's Fury game, which I think we were talking about the other day. I would like to borrow that from him at some point, because that seemed like a lot of fun. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. That would make him one of the seemingly rare gods in mythology. Because who was it? Was it Aphrodite that was... I'm just trying to remember. Was it Aphrodite that was jealous of Hera and turned her into Medusa? I think that's how it went in Greek mythology. Greek mythology seemed to be a lot hornier than the other ones, if I remember correctly. Nah, the Nordic gods were pretty good with relationships. Gotcha. No, get back here. The Greeks were mad horny indeed. Which is fair. I mean, you look at their culture and a lot of it was just, like, horny. Not just the gods, but the people themselves were also pretty horny, like, all the time. The Greeks invented the orgy and the Romans improved it by adding women. Hubby, that's hilarious. That is a funny statement. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to remember that. Oh. Gonna have to put a warning label on this YouTube video. You did get me. That was excellent. That was very, very good. The Greeks created the orgy and the Romans improved it by adding women. How hilarious is that? Alright, so that's one of the things I was looking for, but that's not the exact place I wanted to go. Because there should be a really interesting looking place down here. This is something that we'll see eventually if she plays. She never found the 5th sage, but it's up here, and then you have to go on a glide with a special mask down to a water source. I don't remember which water source it is. Not the Lake of the Horse God. Was it Heron Lake? But somewhere in here, there's like a hidden elevator that takes you down into this area towards the temple. And I don't remember where it is, but the piece that I'm looking for is towards this facility somewhere. I think it might be up in this-ish area. Maybe? So probably north from here, I would imagine. There's not a lot of light roots down here, which is nice, because that means a little bit reveals a lot of the map. Don't really want to fight a fox right now, so we're going to try and dodge him. This would be way easier if I'd gotten myself more batteries before I started looking, but I got a little impatient. I wanted to see about making my smaller tank. It is something that I saw online as a piece that seemed to be very helpful. That I just hadn't seen before or hadn't thought of before. I had seen it before. I just hadn't thought of using it. A lot of the issues right now with building things is that anytime you try and protect yourself or wall yourself in the camera kind of freaks out and tries to zoom into you so you can't see anything. And this piece that I'm looking for now is like a U shape that, for whatever reason, doesn't do that to you. You can actually have the camera behind and not have it freak the hell out. So we're looking for that. It should be somewhere up here-ish. Up here-ish. I don't know where exactly because it's been a while since I've been down here. If we can find some more light routes that will help us navigate. Oh, nope, get... Ah. Get up here. Thank goodness for the ability to rewind time. Nope. There we go. It doesn't help that I got this new controller the other day, and unfortunately the new controller has the D-pad and the left joystick reversed from what I'm used to, which I think is closer to the original Switch controllers, but it's throwing me off from my muscle memory as far as what I need to press and when. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's do this. I want to mark him for later. Black Hinox. There we go. They are one of the things that I need for my favorite armor set. The Fierce Deity set from Majora's Mask. But, I need their toenails. I need a lot of their toenails. Like 15 just for the first level. Oh, here's a light route. We'll go down here. Ooh, another one. Okay. Very hilariously, when you scope in the middle of the air, it doesn't actually let you drop. It keeps you alight. That's a good question, but in fact, it's just an ingredient to upgrade. So you need 4 toenails and a dragon, or 5 toenails and a dragon skin for the very first level of upgrades. I don't know why, you just do. And I think the parts that you need change as you're going higher level. It's fairy magic, I ain't gotta explain shit. That is another favorite meme of mine. It's magic. I ain't gotta explain shit. Maybe up here then? I think probably northwest is the way I have to go. Toenail goes where? You said it twice. I don't know. I don't know where the toenail goes. It's on the foot. And then it comes from the foot and goes somewhere else. It's magic like that. Ooh, I think that's another light road up there. We're gonna aim for that. Toenail goes where? I don't know, hubby! I don't know! Why are you asking? I don't know where the toenail goes. No. No, that's not good. Okay, we're okay. We're okay. Twitch keeps doing you dirty. Why does Twitch keep doing you dirty? Is it because it's telling you need to wait longer to spam that again? Because I don't know how to fix that. It does the same thing to me on Nat's channel sometimes, where I'm trying to say lol twice in a row because something funny has happened or you've responded in a funny way, and it's like, no, you don't get to find that out. You don't get to laugh twice in quick succession. Oh, good. This is where I need to be. Okay. So I'm coming up here because I want the light route first to make it easier to see. Is that another Enox? No, it's just gross rocks. Okay, so I need to find, I think it's the right leg facility? I think it's called the right leg facility. This is a really cool temple that we'll get back to eventually, but for right now, I just want this piece for my tank, if I can find it. I don't know where it is, though, which is the hard part. I think it might be up here. Right leg depot. Excellent. This is where I need to be. And I can't actually activate anything in here yet because I'm not doing it. Ooh, oh, I can activate this. That's interesting. This is a part that's really, like, really popular with people because it's lightweight and it's apparently made out of aluminum, so it's great for flying machines. I've never used it, but it seems like it could be good for things. I think it even conducts electricity, which would be cool. Okay, you know what? Just take me up. That's all I care about. Take me up. Take me up, country zone I. I regret singing that. I don't even know that song. This piece. Here we go. This is what I have been looking for all this time. So I need to throw something on there. Let's go for maybe the shield. No, I want something easier. Apple. Apple is plenty easy. And I can find lots of them. Perfect. Save that. And now, get rid of this. I'm going to go back to that same place that I like right down here. Because it's got a lot of the pieces that I want to use to build this. Hopefully. Hopefully build it. Here we go. So hopefully the way this works is if I can pull this slidey bit right over here, and I'm actually going to move this junk out of the way. Because I don't need it cluttering up my build space. This should be just the right size for that new piece I just got to fit underneath. Like right up about here. Hopefully I can align it perfectly. That looks as close to perfectly as I'm going to get. And then I can stand inside of this. And I should be able to be pretty well protected. That's going to be nice. Okay. So let's get rid of that. And I think that is the closest I'm going to get to binding it on here. And let's see if I can put this in. Can I put you right in the middle? Please tell me I can put you right in the middle. I cannot. Damn it! Maybe I can set it down on top of that instead. That might work. Oh, hey. That kind of went in. There we go. Okay. Excellent. Hooray! That works. That does indeed work. I kind of think maybe behind might be another good place for it. Like if I turn this around, and then I could hide inside of it better. Because I really want to tilt it up. We're going to do this. Attach this here, just for now. And then we'll shake this part off. There we go. Building is powerful, but not perfect. So you really gotta finagle things sometimes. Come on, give me what I want. Put it down. I know you want to. You're showing me connections. Oops. Maybe you can just put it down here instead. This might work. Maybe. Maybe. Let's hope. That might work. That might work. Okay. Sorry, you're watching me design a new tank, and it takes a while to figure it out. Put you here. Why would you do that? Stop it. Okay. If I put you right down into here, because I want you at the bottom coming up. Can you do this? So you are the right size to do this. That's aligned. This is tilted. Okay. So right about... a little bit more up. Come on. Come on. Stop being finicky. Maybe like right about there. Will that work? Nope, I can't control it in there. Okay. What about if I turn it around? Because I had that thought too. If I put it like right in here instead. That might work better. The question is, will it be functional? Oh, also that didn't work. Okay. And the answer is no, that will not be functional. How did they get that to work? I don't know. I mean, I can get it through. The problem is this is going to be tilted up. It might still work. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, and now we'll take this off. And we'll take this off. And then we'll reattach you here. Yeah, I can put that there. That's fine. Excellent. Maybe I should double up on those, to be honest. I'm not sure. But what I can do is I will add in one of these. And just because I think it's funny when the face points the right direction. We're going to put you there. So that you'll tilt up onto your heels. Good. Let's mash this on. Right up there. That'll do. And this one as well. Oh, right. I wanted to make this just a 2-wide. Like a 2-wheel vehicle? Yeah, let's make that a 2-wheel vehicle. So it's a little cheaper. I don't need 4. Put you there. It's a little low, but that's okay. The higher up I am, the more safe I am from explosions. And then here as well. Nope, not that one. That's a little too far down. Almost done with this, I'm sorry. I know it's not the most exciting part. Designing new vehicles never is. And then, if I pull this off... I should be able to make the laser mount on top of that. Where is my laser mount? I think I'm just going to have to use that piece, to be honest. Okay, let's rebuild the truck. I will use as many of these pieces as I can. To be cheap. And then I'm going to pop this part off. And reestablish the one that I just made, which is here. Good. Breaking the spike off. And then we're going to finish up with putting the pulse laser back on top. Which should be this way. I just want to make sure it's aligned properly, so I'm going to pick it up and see it from the front. There we go. That'll do. Okay, I think this is my new tank. I'm going to save it just in case. And now, let's give it a shot. I just gotta move you a little bit so that we can actually pick you up. And if I'm lucky, this should be a lot easier to get into various places. Ha ha ha! Look at this. This is cool. Okay. Oh, but I still didn't attach that wheel properly still. I'm gonna move it forward a little bit more. It just bothers me when it doesn't match, because it means I won't steer properly. If it's not at the same distance back on the vehicle. How about that? Will that work? That one worked, but I want to correct this one now as well. There we go. That looks better. That looks dang near perfect. Let's get rid of you. And we'll get you added in. Perfect. Okay, there we go. I like this. This is nice. It's not super fast, but it should be pretty damn powerful. Let's go find something to fight. I don't know if I can climb this. I cannot. Oh, actually, let's drive over a bomb first and see how resistant to explosions I am. Oh, that worked. Even accidental explosions, I should be pretty safe from. Which is perfect. That was exactly what I was hoping for. Grove of Spirits. I don't think I need to go in there quite yet. Let me see if I can get past this one section up here, because this is going to be important. Thankfully, the lasers don't touch the ground, even on an upward slope, so that's helpful. I am just about done for at least for now. We've hit the 2-hour mark and my throat is starting to get pretty sore. But I'm just checking out a last couple of things here. What's sad? That I'm almost done or that my throat is sore? Oh. No! No, it left me behind. Oh, other channels were fine, but not yours. Oh, sorry. Twitch died on me and only reloaded your stream now. Other channels were fine, but not yours. That is super lame. Oh. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, hubby. Thank you for letting me know regardless. It seemed to keep working fine for me, because I don't think my own stream was interrupted. I've got chat running on my phone, but that is unfortunate. But all you really missed was me talking about how I designed this new tank, which we are currently going to test. And then I will be getting offline for at least a couple of hours anyway, because my throat is sore and I'm out of energy. But I did want to check this first, because I put in all the effort to build it. And I think it's a cool little tank. It protects me pretty dang well from everything. I would still like a roof over my head, but I don't know if there's anything I've got that'll work that way. What are you firing at? I don't see it. I don't really want to go in here because these trees attack me in the butt heads. Can I get up here? I can. Good. The smaller tank design is very nice that way. You should add some spinning swords to the wheel axes and call it Ben-Hur. You know, you actually can do that. The problem is it makes it wider and the attachments are not perfect. So if you run into something too hard, it will in fact just break off. But that is part of part of the design that I'm going to make for gathering items from the field. Is I want to use Zonai springs to create adjustable shocks for a front-mounted scoop with swords on the inside, so it basically acts like a lawnmower trimming stuff down and then just gathering it in that scoop. But I don't have some of those Zonai pieces yet, so I can't do it at the moment. But it is going to be funny if it works. For now, I'm just kind of enjoying testing this out, because it seems to be working really well. Like, really well. I am safe, and they are not. Okay, that was fun. I like that. This is a good tank. Oh! Gonna have to sneak out. Aside from that, it's a really good tank. That's fun. That was really fun. I like that. Not a lot of power, but a whole lot of impact. And I don't need to burn my weapon durability at all. Okay. That's awesome. I think that has become my new favorite early game tank build. I hope you enjoyed seeing it, because that is the dawn of a new creation. And a new favorite creation at that. How many Zonite does it take to make? 33 from absolutely nothing, and I definitely made that back just now. Woohoo! As soon as I'm done gathering the Zoanite, I think I'm going to call it a day. Or at least a couple of hours to let my throat recover. And let the coughing die down enough that I can breathe. But I might be back a little bit later on just to do episode 4 and farm some more energy in the depths. For now, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate everyone for being here. Gamer Hubby, thank you for taking some time to spend with me. I appreciate you too. I hope you have an excellent night, and I will see you tomorrow, hopefully, for more Outer Wilds. Because I am looking forward to that as well. I've seen Besieged, and it looked interesting. Owl deer time, yes. Get the Alks. Anyway, I'm going to switch this back. This might pause for a second. There we go. And I will call it a day. Thank you very much again. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thank you for being here.